Good evening, everybody. This is Sweat, and you're watching an actual flawless gameplay. The first base was pretty unexceptional. I think I just got one kill. I don't even know if I've got a plan or any defense or anything like that on it. But anyway, a little bit of assault gameplay, and eventually I take our helicopter, and I'm finally able to do a little work in the Z11. I've always had problems in that thing. Not the best and most capable pilot in Battlefield 3. But as you guys know, I've said it a couple times the last few videos, I am hitting 20,000 subscribers. I did hit over 1 million views, and I wanted to do something else for you guys. Now, I want you guys to really be looking forward to the Trolltage type slash Failtage that's supposed to be coming up in the next day or two. Mr. Texan should be finishing that up shortly, but I'm not rushing him in any way, shape, or form. But I wanted to do something else, and something I used to do on my channel a lot, guys. I used to tell these Marine Corps stories when my channel was a Call of Duty channel. And obviously I've gotten away from Call of Duty, and I've really gotten away from the stories. I wanted this channel to be more about the gameplay and more about my thoughts and everything on the gameplay, and rather than just the my personal Marine Corps experiences. You know, I want this to be something we all have in common, and that is the gameplay itself. So, but I did, you know, tell my Marine Corps stories, and I did have kind of a little bit of a flashback, and the other day, I think just a day or two ago, actually, I was hanging out with my girlfriend and her little brother, and one thing led to another, and I got to telling them this one particular story, and I said, man, I really should share this with my subscribers. I don't think I have yet. I'm gonna have to go back and check and make sure I didn't, but I know a lot of people haven't heard it, even if I have. And basically, what had happened was quickly, I have to tell you guys about the Marine Corps boot camp. Obviously, something everybody should probably be well aware of. It's not fun. It's not meant to be fun. It's not meant to be enjoyable. It's not meant to have a really good time. I did get revived here, so it doesn't count as a death. This is a flawless game. Anyway, it's not meant to be fun. It's not meant to be exciting, right? So there we have it. Marine Corps boot camp, bad, mean. All right, Marine Corps showers. This sounds so weird. Marine Corps showers, big, giant, empty room. All right, big, huge, empty room. Shower heads on the sides of the walls every couple of feet. No shower stalls, just shower heads in a big, empty room. And you took a shower by the two sides of the barracks. You know, you had a starboard side of your barracks with 40-something recruits, and you had a port side of the barracks with 40-something recruits. I was on port side, and we, again, 40-something recruits. Then you had guys on the other side. I mean, starboard side, the other half of the platoon, 80-something people in the platoon. All right, so there you have it. There's the size of the platoon. I did go to Paris Island if anybody was wanting to know about that. So, want to quickly make sure I have enough time to tell this story. One time, the guys on starboard side, I think there were a bunch of former football players and everything that were, you know, comfortable with taking showers with other guys, have done it before, whatever. And I'm not saying there was any homosexuality going on or anything, but they were laughing, joking, or whatever, because that was one of the few times that drill instructors didn't follow you into the showers or anything. And that was one of the only times in boot camp you had to yourself, you know. So those guys were comfortable enough, and they would always laugh and joke in the showers or whatnot. Drill instructors, of course, didn't like that. One day they heard them, and they went in there and they yelled, "Stop laughing and joking! You know, this isn't a time or place for it. This is what you don't do this in the showers. You don't do this in boot camp. No laughing and no joking." Okay, so they yelled at them. Whatever. They did it again, and they got caught by someone else's drill instructor, and so that drill instructor yelled at them, whatever, and then turned around and told one of our drill instructors. And those drill instructors told the senior drill instructor, look, senior drill instructor, we've told him once, somebody else told him once, this could be a problem. And the guys weren't listening. So rather than punish the whole platoon, the senior drill instructor sat the whole platoon down and said, look, I don't know what's going on, but it's going to stop. You know, no laughing, no joking in the showers, or you're not going to like what happens next. So one day, senior drill instructor was on duty, and starboard side shower time, and you don't take your time in the shower. You get in the shower, you get a little bit of soap, and you get a little bit of time, and you got to clean off. So it's like anything else in boot camp. You don't sit around and enjoy your warm water or anything. You get in, you do what you have to do, and you get out, because you don't know how much time you're going to have. You don't know when they're going to make you get out, and if you're going to be full of soap suds or whatever. So anyway, they went in there, and the senior drill instructor made a, you know, kind of veered off into the head, you know, back toward the showers or whatever, and all of a sudden, starboard side was in the shower a hell of a lot longer than they should have been. And it was, you know, you could tell that there was something going on, because you don't take long in the shower. Like, you don't take as long as they were taking in the shower. So apparently the senior drill instructor had gone in there and they were talking in the shower after the senior drill instructor had told them not to talk in the shower. So the senior drill instructor made them all face the same direction. This is a big empty room full of 40 naked dudes, okay? Big empty room, 40 naked dudes. He made them all face the same direction, and he made them take one step backwards. And then he made them take another step backwards. And then he made them take another step backwards. And he made them back up all the way until there were 40 bare-ass dudes sitting, no other way to say it, nut to butt, in a corner of the room. And I can promise you that those guys, to this day, probably do not talk in the shower. I think that would have scarred me for life. Had that happened now, yeah, probably would have some kind of charges filed or something like that. Terrible experience for them, I'm sure. They just walked out of the shower like they had been violated, which probably some of them had been. And that just is a lesson, I guess, for those of you that want to join the Marine Corps or are interested in joining the Marine Corps or the Armed Services. Something you may have to look forward to is showers with 40 dudes, and something you may have to look forward to if you don't listen, and if you decide that you want to laugh and talk and joke with 40 dudes, that the senior drill instructor might make it easier for you to laugh and talk and joke by making you get just a little bit closer than maybe you had intended while you were taking your shower. So that was it. That was just one of the funny things that I was able to laugh at, because it didn't happen to me, so I'm happy about that. And it's just one of those things. I don't know what made me think of it. I don't know what our conversation was, but I thought it was something that I could share with you guys. As terrible as it sounds, oh man, that just was so funny looking back on it. Boot camp and those things, a lot of things in life are miserable. You guys can probably look back on something that was just a miserable time in your life. And but you can look back on it and laugh at the misery. And I guess that's one of the best things about boot camp, or looking back at boot camp, that I can say I can at least stop and laugh at some of the terrible and crazy things that happened, and I guess just be glad that it's over. But more than anything, guys, this is just another way to say thank you. Don't look forward to too many stories like this, but it is something that my channel kind of grew on. It is something that I enjoy bringing to you guys on a select basis. I don't want to spoil you guys and say this is a weekly thing or anything like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you missed the DayZ video, I'm really looking forward to posting more DayZ either here or maybe on Machinima Respawn. So let me know if you have any ideas for that. That's that video on the left. The video on the right is how do you guys play the objective? How do you guys PTFO on close quarters? Is it one of the kind of run to point A to point B to point C and back all over again, or do you kind of hold up in 2 points? If you're new to the channel, just hit that subscribe button. And guys, thank you so much for the support, the subscribers, the views, everything. You guys are awesome, and I look forward to bringing you more videos soon. Have a good day.